Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. In the previous class, we discussed about management assertions regarding the classes of transactions and events, then assertions regarding account balances at the period end, and the third thing is assertions about presentation and disclosure. Today we are going to discuss audit program and its advantages. First of all, what is audit program? Simply, whenever you are going to start something, so you are making plan regarding that thing. You are making a program regarding that thing. So audit program is also the same thing. Basically, audit program, before commencing the audit, the auditor should plan his work. You're planning regarding your work so that is over without delay, so that you can finish the work without any delay. So audit program is basically the plan of the work of the auditor. For this purpose, the auditor chalks out a detailed program. Chalks out here means in writing, in points, explaining the procedure to be followed for audit. So he is writing the whole procedure of his audit. It explains the works to be done by the audit staff. And in this procedure, there will be the work of each and every audit staff. That you will do this thing, you will do this thing, and you will do this thing. So in this audit program, suppose this is our whole audit program. Now this thing belongs to A, this thing belongs to B, this thing belongs to C, this thing belongs to D. Similarly, so division of work. We are making the division of work here. So each and every one knows about his responsibility, about his duty. So in this audit program, we are explaining the procedure to be followed, which procedures will we use in the audit, and we are dividing the whole work in the audit staff, that A will do this thing, B will do this thing, C will do this thing, and D will do this thing. An audit program is defined as a detailed plan of auditing work to be performed. What will we do? So there is a detailed plan of that work, specifying the procedure to be followed. What will be the procedure of our audit? In the verification of each item, when we want verification, when we want proof of each item in the financial statements, and giving the estimated time required, and for each and every item there will be an estimated time, that on this work we will take 1 day, we will take 2 days, we will give 5 days, whatever. On this work, we will give it 1 day. On to this work, we will give 3 days. To this work, we will give 5 days, whatever that is. So here, audit program is what? Is a detailed plan of the audit work to be performed. And in this audit work to be performed, we are specifying the procedure to be followed. Which procedure will be followed in the verification of each item in the financial statements? That for each work, what will be the procedure? About the procedures, you people will learn in the next chapters, and giving the estimated time required, and for each and every item we will allocate time, estimated time required. Hence, an audit program is a statement giving instructions and guidance to the audit staff as to the audit procedure. It is a guidance to the audit staff about the procedure of the audit. It arranges and distributes the work among the audit staff, and it is the arrangement and it is the distribution of work among the audit staff. So, in simple words, what is audit program? It is a detailed plan. In this plan, we are focusing on the procedures to be followed in the audit program. We are allocating time for each work. We are distributing the work among the audit staff. So these are three main important, you can say, objectives of the audit program. A detailed plan of the auditing work to be performed, in which our main focus is on the procedures which will be followed, the first thing, allocation of time for each work to be performed, and the distribution of work among the audit staff. This is basically an audit program. Preparation before commencement of the audit. Before starting the audit work, we are doing some activities. An auditor, after receiving the appointment letter, should communicate his acceptance, otherwise in writing, to the company. Now, first of all, the company is inviting you. You will receive an appointment letter. Appointment letter to the auditor. I'm writing shortly. So when the audit firm received the appointment letter, this is audit firm. When the audit firm received the appointment letter, so then the audit firm will communicate this to the company. This is company. So see, an auditor, after receiving the appointment letter, should communicate his acceptance. He will communicate his acceptance that whether I will come for audit or not, in writing to the company. He will inform the company that I am accepting your audit or not. The following steps are necessary to commence the audit work. These are the steps which are very important in commencement of the audit work. If it is not a statutory audit, you people know about statutory audit. If it is not a statutory audit, so in statutory audit, each and everything is specified. It is the audit which is mandatory by law. So if it is mandatory by law, so law will tell you each and everything that you will do this thing, you will do this thing, you will do this thing. If it is not a statutory audit, he should find out the exact nature and scope of his duties. So in statutory audit, I am telling you that each and everything is specified. So there is no need of nature and scope of duties. But if it is not a statutory audit, what will you do? You will find out the exact nature, what is the nature of your audit, and what is the scope of your duties. So you will find out this thing. That in this audit, what will I do and what are the scope of my duties? What are my boundaries? So you will find out this thing. First, if it is not a statutory audit. Because in statutory audit, you know about your scope and your duties. But if it is some other type of audit, so the first thing is you will find out the exact nature and scope of your duties. That what is the nature of your duty and what is the scope of your duties. He should inform his clients to close all the books of accounts and keep them ready for verification. Now, when you will go for audit, you will inform your client, the company, to close all the books of accounts, to close all the data of the year and keep them ready for verification. And I will come and I will verify it and I will audit all these books of accounts. So before going to the audit, he will inform his client to close all the books of accounts. The third thing is he should acquaint himself with the nature of his client business. Now it is important that he knows about the nature of the client business. Okay, I am going to this firm. This is which type of firm? This is a cement factory, this is a textile mill, this is a bank, this is some other financial institution, this is a pension fund. Which type of business is this? What is the nature of his client business? And you will get some knowledge about that. So before going to your client, it is important that you know about the nature of his business. He should examine the efficiency of the internal control system. That is the most important thing. That you will check that how efficient is his internal control system. We discussed about internal control system in the previous classes. Mechanism. What is the mechanism of internal control? What are the rules and what are the procedures? How efficient is the mechanism of this company's internal control? What are the rules and what are the procedures followed in controlling the fraud and error in this company? They are following this internal control system. So what is the mechanism of this internal control system? What are the rules and procedures in this internal control system? Is the internal control system efficient or not in controlling errors, frauds, mistakes, and these things? He should obtain the name of directors, their power and duties. It is important that he know about the names of the board of directors. What are their powers? It is an important thing. Their powers and duties, and what are the duties of each and every director. He should obtain a complete list of all books and documents maintained by the clients. He will request the company that send me the list of all books of accounts and important documents maintained by the client. And client is the company basically, where the auditor is going to for audit. He should obtain a copy of previous year's audit report. If he needs, he can demand for a copy of the previous year's audit report. He can take guidelines from that audit report. So he can demand this thing. He should go through various documents. He will study different documents like memorandum of association, article of association, and prospectus, etc. These are important documents in a joint stock company. Memorandum of association in ITB, you people studied all these things. So I'm not going to discuss these things. Memorandum of association, article of association, and prospectus. So he can go through, he can demand these documents. So these, before starting the audit, auditor will, it is important for auditor to have knowledge to prepare regarding all these things. This is preparation before commencement of audit. It is important that you know about the nature and scope of your duties. You know about the, you will inform the client about closing all the books of accounts. You will get some knowledge about the nature of your client business. You will examine the efficiency of the internal control system. You will examine, you can get the names of directors, their powers and duties. It is important that you have knowledge about the directors, their powers and their duties. He should obtain, you can demand complete books of accounts and all important documents maintained. He should obtain a copy of previous year's audit program to get help from this, and he should go through various documents. He can demand various documents, he can study various documents, memorandum of association, article of association, and prospectus. So this is the work that auditor will do before the commencement of audit. Advantages of the audit program. So these are the advantages of audit program. It provides the audit staff clear instructions about their duties. Now, if you will make an audit program, so audit staff gets clear instructions about their duties. That this is your duty, this is your duty, and this is your duty. So each and every worker, each and every staff member, he know about his duty. This is the duty of this person, this is the duty of E, and these are the duties of each and every person. So each and every staff member, he will know about his duties. It promotes division of work in well-organized manner. Work will be divided. So division of work is made if you are making an audit program. B, C knows about his work. These two tasks relate to D. This task relate to F. because we give it to you. So division of work can be done easily. It promotes division of work in well organized manner. Work, you can divide the work in a well organized manner. It helps the auditor to monitor the progress of work. Now, when we divide the whole work, now we can monitor that after 10 days, what is your status, what is your status, what is your status, and what is your status. I can easily check the progress of the work of each and every person, the auditor. It will be easier to fix responsibilities for omissions and commissions. These are basically different errors. Error of omission, that something is completely missed in the financial record. And errors of commissions, this is another type of mistake. Auditing errors in commission, there are lots of things coming. You people studied the accounting, so study it yourself. If you got problem, then I will tell you about this. So it will be easier to fix responsibilities for omissions and commissions. It serves as a valuable evidence for the work done. Now, this audit program, it will be an evidence, a valuable evidence for the work done, because I'm checking the progress of each and every person, and then the auditor is writing each and everything that we did, that this person did this thing, this person did this thing, this person did this thing. So it is an evidence that we are doing the audit. Sometimes clients, if they are not satisfied with your work, so they are suing you in the court of law. So in that case, this audit program, it will be an evidence with you that yes, we did audit, we conduct the audit. So it serves as a valuable evidence for the work done. It is an evidence that we are doing work, that we did this thing, we did this thing. It serves as a guide for future audit. Just like previously, I mentioned here that he should obtain a copy of previous year's audit. So previous year audit, it will help us in the future audit. So same is the case here. It serves as a guide for future audit. In future, this audit program will be a guide for a future audit. It enables the audit process in a systematic manner, and this audit program, it will help us to conduct audit in a systematic manner, in a step-by-step manner. It eliminates inefficiency and saves time. The other thing is, it eliminates inefficiency, because we distribute the work. Each and every person knows about his time, so there will be no inefficiency. And if each and every one knows about his work, so it will save our time. So this is another advantage, that it eliminates inefficiency, the audit program, and it saves our time. In case if any audit assistant goes on leave, his work can be easily continued by others. If suppose one of the audit staff, suppose this person, he goes on leave, so we can manage his work. We will give this work to someone else. So we can easily manage the work if someone goes on leave. It avoids duplication of work. Each and every person knows about his work, so there will be no duplication. We distribute the work, so there will be nothing regarding the duplication of work. So these are the advantages of the audit program. Different advantages. We discussed about all these one by one. I think for today it is enough. So inshallah, in the next class we will meet. If you got some problems, so you can ask questions in the WhatsApp group. I don't know I am in WhatsApp group or not. So, but you can ask questions. You all of you have my WhatsApp number, so you can ask questions. Okay, have a good time.